Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? I thought I'd do a quick recipe, I guess, or cook with me, whatever you want to call it. But what I have here is some chicken broth. What I do is I take chicken breast and I will boil it and then dice it, and I'll freeze that, and that can be used for so many things, just diced up like that. And the broth is in here. I put a few carrots, and then I dehydrate celery, and we'll put it in these little jars. This is a pimento jar, and I usually have the taller ones, but this is celery right now, and I'll just put that in there to go. And then I'll put some chicken. I'm probably going to put about one and a half of these, like the whole bag, and then about half of this one. And I give some of this to Lucky as well, because he's always wanting cooked chicken, and sometimes when he's sick he'll get some of this. And the last item are these noodles. I just put them in this big glass jar, and these noodles can only be found around me at Walmart, and they're seasonal. They're not there all the time, but next time I get groceries, I'm going to see if I find one more jar to make it the winter. I usually make this during the winter, and this is one of those lunches we do. Most of the time it's a lunch. Today we're making it for supper. He requested it since it's so miserable outside. And it's called chicken noodle soup. It's just the broth and some vegetables. Carrots are usually the only thing I add in there, and the noodles right there, and the chicken. And like right now that I have celery, just to use it up, I'll put that in there, because I really don't use celery. This is for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whenever we make dressing, and instead of it going to waste, I'll get it dehydrated. Sometimes I'll freeze it, and sometimes I'll put it in these jars if I can. But that is it. I'm just gonna let this, because I had the broth frozen, I'm just gonna let it unthaw and get to cook my carrots a little bit there. And then of course my stove is dirty again, because the husband was cooking lunch in here, and it's pretty rough, so excuse the stove top again. It's usually pretty clean, but I swear every time I do these videos I don't think about it, because I picked up the camera last minute. So yeah, we're gonna let that thaw, which is pretty close to thawing right there. And then I'll just, the celery's in there, so I can put this away already. And I'm just gonna put the meat in there, and that's just gonna warm up. And I have to cook the noodles. And I will try to post at the end the final, what it looks like at the end, the final product, I guess you call it. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute and show you the rest of it. So I have the noodles in already. I put the the chicken in there, and the noodles are in there. I put enough noodles just to cover the liquid in there. I'm just going to keep an eye on them. Once the noodles get soft, this will pretty much be ready, and we can eat. And there's a little bit of the chicken left, and that's going to be for Lucky. And then I used about a third of the, almost half of the noodles, and I'll get to use that one more time, and then I'll be out of those noodles. But that's what that's looking like, and this is going to cook for a little while longer. We got this cooking up really nice, and it's getting a good boil. Shouldn't be steaming this hot, but I'm in a bit of a rush to hurry up and make supper before the hubby comes in starving. But it's halfway cooked now. It's getting there. So this is the finished product. It looks really good. It's not as liquidy as I wanted, but it'll work. Although it looks kind of gross now that I look at it. But this is the final product, and yes, we're gonna now eat and enjoy this. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye.